Hello, my name is Will and welcome back to The Bald Book Geek. This video is a little different. So I recorded this audio a long time ago, and I decided not to publish it after AG did an amazing review of this book. Done some re-edits, it's here. Let's talk about Red, White and Royal Blue. This book is one of the few that I DNF'd. I probably DNF'd it on my Kindle at pages before the end. I gave up. By the end of this book, by these last few pages, I just gave up. So let's start with a little note on rep here. What I find really strange is that when I read this book, and especially the cover and the marketing around it, this book was aimed at women. This book is aimed at predominantly straight women who read romance. And there is nothing wrong with reading romance. Before anyone gets on me on that one, I like my fair share of romance as well. But this book just drove me insane. So let's start. The book is predominantly about selfish, unlikable, and very unbelievable characters. You have America's first son falling in love with the Prince of Wales, the son of a female president, and you know what? Actually, this book started out well. I actually enjoyed the start of this book. But I do want to give the writer please, if you're going to write British people, just don't Google all things British. Believe me, like the British stereotyping in this book drove me up the wall. And I also found a lot of this book quite reductive in places. Like there was a certain level of crudeness, and why I'm all for that, it just felt unreal. It felt like it was just there to be edgy. The characters are predominantly uninspiring and boring. There's nothing going on with them. Predominantly they are cardboard cutouts, which is something that really annoyed me because you're trying to find something good about them. And I just felt like I was reading a cardboard cutout of every cute gay boy in YA and New A fiction that's ever been. The writing is flat as well. It jumps from scene to scene. There's no flow and there's no meaning. Like the story in this book is really not happening. The story is just selfish people being selfish and being unlikable. I also, like I said before, the British stereotyping got to me. There was also a sex scene that felt really tacked on. Like, I have no problems with sex in books at all. If it's there for a reason, it's there for a reason. This was not a good sex scene because I felt zero chemistry between the characters. It kind of just left me there. And I mean, a lot of people mention the politics in this book, but I DNF'd before I think I got to that point because what little politics I was picking up on felt very hashed in and very much like, oh, we're just saying this to be woke. And that's what drove me insane with it. What I didn't enjoy was the fact that this felt like another tacked-on romance novel that all you would have to do is gender swap the characters and it would be a generic romance. I think the only reason this book is being hailed as this big glorious gay celebration is just because it's a very public gay book with a lot of hype and a big publisher behind it. I didn't enjoy it. I don't think it was a very good book. It just was not a good book. It felt flat, it felt dull, I didn't enjoy it, I didn't like the characters. I don't know, I was expecting something with maybe a little bit more depth. For everyone talking about it and everyone giving it amazing reviews, I was expecting something really, really good. And it wasn't. So I know you guys want to attack me with pitchforks and knives, but there we go. It was a mediocre book at best. It drove me insane, and it just wasn't very good. So now we're back to a new edit, and I want to add to this video, like I said in a previous video, that predominantly a lot of gay fiction is written by women or aimed at women. And a lot of books written by genuine gay men or gay women or every shade of rainbow tend to fall under the radar on booktube and book Twitter, and I would love to know why. I mean, books like The Madonna of Bolton are far better than this. Far better, far superior reading. Is this the best representation we can get?